We're fresh off WrestleMania and Monday Night Raw. And we're talking it all, even Travis Scott. And I don't want to see any comments from the IWC. And if they do, they're all just clickbait. And you get nothing. So there's your headline. And here's another one. We're the last real wrestling podcast. Ringside Renaissance. And I just can't do it. Jesse, ring the bell.
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
And we're back for another episode of Ringside Renaissance. And we're here talking WWE WrestleMania and Monday Night Raw. And I'm here with the best co-host, the best tag team partner, best friend in the world, pretty deadly Jesse. Yeah. And I'm not holding back anymore. Chronic Andrew Kombat Joe. Yeah, click clack, run it back.
On the heels of WrestleMania weekend, we had the WrestleMania Fallout show from Raw. I've got a lot of great opinions on this, a lot of bad opinions on this. I am mixed emotions right now. I am all systems go. We are here. Another 363 days until next year's WrestleMania.
Yes.
Let's go.
We saw Triple H sitting down in Gorilla at that desk. He thought his time was up. He thought he was getting a break. He thought he was getting a vacation. But no, that paper got slapped right down in front of him, and it was time for Raw. And guess what? I got some hot takes for all of this, because everybody's been complaining about Night 2 of WrestleMania and the main event, but I absolutely loved it. And I'm not even joking. I know we talked and I was like, I'm going to lean into it a little bit, but watching it back, man, I loved WrestleMania. Everybody hated the build. It's like they hated the matches now. They hated the Night 2. Now they don't even like Night 1. It's like I loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
And I love Monday Night Raw.
For the most part, I liked WrestleMania. It was a pretty solid show. I think overall it was a better show complete than WrestleMania 40 was. And we'll get into it. The main event was what it was.
Seen people talking about like Night 1 of WrestleMania was like the matches leading up to the main event were like good, and the main event like made the night. And then I heard people saying like Night 2, it was like the matches leading up to the main event were like the cream of the crop and the best part. And then the main event, and they made up for the main event not being like as extravagant as they wanted. But you got to remember, we're coming off of WrestleMania 40-year anniversary. They pulled out all the stops. They had Cena come out. They had Seth Rollins run in. They had The Rock come out. They had everything. We were a bit spoiled. And everybody out there that wanted to talk all the junk, John Cena, and everybody out there that wanted to pay all that money to go to WrestleMania when you were already given not a prediction, but a spoiler to exactly how things were going to go. John Cena told you that he was going to ruin wrestling and that you were going to get nothing. You get nothing. And that's exactly what you got. So you can't say shit now. He delivered on his promise, just like I delivered on my promise of Pamela from California and the Sabian on the WrestleMania Night 2 pre-show live extravaganza that broke the internet. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that come and hung out with us for the live streams before WrestleMania. Like, share, and subscribe. Combat Jones apparently has some hot takes. I have some hot cakes. So let's get into it. WrestleMania Night 2. If you haven't watched we're not going to really go over WrestleMania Night 1. We talked about that on our WrestleMania 2 pre-show. Let's get into WrestleMania Night 2. started out the triple threat match.
Yeah.
Iyo Sky defends her world title against Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair. If you've listened to me talk ad nauseum, I'm not going to go on about how I don't care for triple threat matches. I thought this match was great. What a good kickoff to WrestleMania Night 2. I predicted Iyo Sky to win, even though I said it wasn't believable that Iyo Sky could defeat Rhea and Bianca at one time.
Right.
But boy, did they prove me wrong with that one.
Yeah, I got proved wrong. I thought the match was going to be. I wasn't going to say the match was going to be bad. We thought the build was not that great, right? But the match exceeded my expectations for sure. And Iyo Sky, I want to say she exceeded my expectations, but I've been becoming an even bigger Iyo Sky fan for sure. But she blew me away too. And the other women blew me away too, like Rhea.
You wish.
Yeah, I wish. Rhea, Bianca, and Iyo put on a hell of a performance. Man, it was great. I love the ending. I love how it ended, and it just validated Iyo Sky. And there's really nothing you can say anymore about her to say that she's not that chick.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, we found out more about it on Monday Night Raw. More on that later. But boy, oh boy, I know Combat Jones got some thoughts about that. Maybe he's got a snake popping off for that match. But
you never know. You never know what to expect. This is Ringside Renaissance, and we are rated RR for Ringside Renaissance.
The Sin City Street Fight was next. Drew McIntyre versus DP, our friend. And
yes,
boy, oh boy, if they needed two hard-hitting guys that were big men that could pull off. I'm not a big street fight, no DQ match. AEW kind of ruined that for me. It was just when every match is that, I kind of lose my kind of feel for it.
Yep.
But man, oh man, this delivered. I mean, Damien Priest showed he could hang. Drew McIntyre's been a main event player for years now. Damien Priest had his world title run last year, but he's kind of been, I'm going to say lacking, but kind of, falling behind the goalposts a little bit ever since he lost the world title. But this match was intense. It was hard hitting. It was, had the emotion to it. It had the story there. It had the personal rivalry. It was very physical. I think both men came out of this looking better.
They did, and I didn't know what to expect when the match started, honestly. I didn't know if we were going to get a throwback to like a, Gold Dust Rowdy Piper street fight or something, where it was going to be like if they were going to start like out in Sin City, out on the strip or something, or in the back alley or backstage, like we're playing 2K25 or something like that. And that because I'm looking around the ring and there's like no table set up or nothing. And I'm like, this is supposed to be a street fight. So I was a little confused at first, right? Drew came out with that. He had a crazy entrance wearing all that crazy ring gear and the stone and the sword and whatever it was, whatever video game or whatever they're promoting,
Doom, the new Doom video game.
That's what it's Doom. Okay. Doom. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. We remember the original Doom. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And how about Damian Priest, man, with Slayer? Kerry King?
Yes, sir.
Kerry King. Like, should have played Raining Blood. Crazy. Cool.
Such a good song, man. Raining Blood. I mean, well, if you know Damian Priest, his South of Heaven finisher is based off of,
yeah. Oh man, don't even get me. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a hard-hitting match. I think Drew McIntyre needed the win more, especially after Damian Priest got the win over him at WrestleMania last year, after cashing in Money in the Bank. Great match, great finish. The Claymore kick against the chair in the setup in the corner.
Yep.
Chef's kiss.
Yep.
One of these guys couldn't go down in a street fight with just a damn body slam. So
no.
Shout out to both of them. I thought this match was really good, really hard hitting.
I don't remember much between, like, looking back at it now, like for like the middle of the match or going through the match. But I remember Damien going through the two tables, stumbling back in, to get that Claymore through the chair. And I love the chair Claymore. I thought, like you said, chef's kiss. Like, well
he
done.
took the steel steps hard during the match. I mean, it was a hard hitting match. It was entertaining. I was watching it, kind of figuring Drew McIntyre was going to win, but then there was that little seed of doubt. It just did what it was supposed to do. It was a solid match to keep the crowd pumped up and juiced.
Yeah, it means a lot going forward for Drew McIntyre, I think, too.
Yeah,
I think I really do think so.
And Damian Priest is now going to have to be on kind of like a redemption arc where he kind of gets his footing and gets back into it, and I think he will.
Yeah, got to find the DP again. He's going to have to find the holes again. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. We can't have SP. We need DP.
He's in the dark right now.
This led into which I thought was going to be. It was sort of a letdown to us because we were supposed to have Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens got hurt. He's got a neck injury. He's got to rehab it. Hope Kevin Owens gets better. T's and P's to KO.
Yeah.
Randy Orton issued an open challenge. He came out and said that he was ready to go, and whoever came out was going to face the 3 deadliest letters in sports entertainment. RKO. And we had rumors. People thought it was going to be Solo Sikoa coming out. People thought it was going to be Rusev returning. Aleister Black was thrown out there. Nick Aldis was thrown out there. Did we get any of these people? Hell no.
No.
Because somebody somewhere in Sin City said his name, and he appeared.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. London and Tokyo.
That's all anybody
Wave your hands. Man, I felt right before he came out, I'm like, it's Joe Hendry. It popped in my head. And I'm not even lying. I don't know why. I don't even think I had said it in any predictions about Joe Hendry, except I don't think so. I didn't. I was thinking Nick Aldis or this. I don't know why I didn't think of that. You know why? I could have swore Joe Henry's hurt. I thought Joe Henry's been out hurt.
Oh, okay.
For some reason.
So.
No,
I know my brother predicted it on our night one pre-show.
That's right.
That was going to be Joe Hendry.
So that's where I saw it. But man, I felt so good when I seen his music hit and I seen him there. I was like, good for you, Joe Hendry. You earned it. Like, you came through the Royal Rumble. You did your thing. You did what you had with the time that you were given. And then to come out and do it on the biggest stage, you had everybody in that arena waving from side to side, clapping, believing in Joe Hendry. And even Randy Orton, he was impressed. He was happy by it. And we knew it wasn't going to be a long match, but Joe Hendry got his stuff in a little bit too. And he made the absolute most of it. He didn't do too much. He didn't do too little. It was perfect. He put himself over. Randy put him over. Like,
and what a good way for WWE to put TNA over. If this was your first time experiencing anything, like if you were just a straight WWE fan, this worldwide PLE, the biggest event of the year for WWE, and having the TNA World Champion come out and perform. People are probably like, what's TNA? Who's the TNA champion? And they start Googling it and figuring it out. And shout out to all parties involved. I think this was it was a fun match. Randy Orton.
Once you hear that song too, you cannot help but be a fan. You got to love the song, especially that, Billboard top whatever song and, wherever, like, come on. But Joe Hendry looked like he was meant to be there. He didn't look nervous at all. He didn't look like the moment was too big for him. Like, he didn't forget to hit his spots for the camera or anything. Like, he was well prepared for that moment.
Yeah,
it just felt good. I was just happy for him, man. I was so happy for him. Yeah,
it was good to see. And like I said, it was like a feel good moment. Everybody, I think Randy Orton was supposed to get that win over Kevin Owens. So
yeah.
I don't think Joe Hendry was going to come into WrestleMania and, beat Randy Orton. I don't think Randy Orton was going to call out for WrestleMania. Shout out my coworker, Marquand, who called out on me today. But
asshole.
So I think this is good. Like I said, Randy Orton got a win. It made the most of a bad situation. I mean, obviously they had to have some curveballs thrown in there.
Right.
The feel-good moment of the night, the IC title match, the Fatal 4-Way, Braun Breaker, the champion, against Penta, Finn Balor, and Dirty Dominik Mysterio.
No, I'm Dirty Dom. No, I'm Dirty Dom.
Shout out Yandy.
Shout out Yanni. Go to Dirty Dom.
So we all, if you watched our predictions episode with AJ Galante, shout out AJ, that we all said we thought Dominik Mysterio was going to win this. It was kind of, the writing was on the wall, but when Dominik Mysterio won this match, right, Finn Balor hit the coup de grace on Braun Breaker, went to pin him. We got a frog splash from Dom off the top rope, 1, 2, 3. And every near fall, because Dom kept coming in and getting near falls the whole match. That crowd was waiting to explode. They were ready. They knew the assignment. And like, when that 1, 2, 3 finally came with Dominik Mysterio pinning Finn Balor, the roof blew off that place. Like,
I was on the edge of my seat because like throughout the match, it was getting close, and I'm like, oh man, Finn might get it. They're gonna do something different here. Braun's gonna get it, or they're gonna do this, or they're gonna do that. And they had just had some great spots throughout the match too. And like, and when it's getting close to the end, I'm getting nervous, and like I'm seeing how everything kind of transpires because Dom had went up, then he gets hit down, he falls on his nuts, and then Finn takes. I'm like, oh my god, the timing is perfect. The timing's perfect. I'm seeing it now, and it happened. And it happened. What a finish, too. Planned perfectly, executed perfectly. Like, it don't get no better than that. Man, congratulations to Dom. I got the IC title like I'm Dom Mysterio. Got the IC title like I'm Dom Mysterio. Dirty Dom, dirty Dom. Yeah.
And this is great because it sets up an eventual feud between Dom and Finn Balor moving down the line, obviously. Braun Breaker has moved on to bigger and better things potentially. Spoilers for Raw. And Penta doesn't look weak in this whole situation. So I'm excited to see what's going on with Penta moving forward. But shout out to all 4 guys. Another multi-man match that I wasn't disappointed with. A lot of times these kind of missed the mark for me.
And it seemed like everybody and Dom had to do a victory lap. The crowd went crazy when he won. Nuts. He was halfway up the entrance ramp. They wanted him again. He ran back down out of straight adrenaline and got up on turnbuckle, and the crowd reacted, I want to say, pardon me, but maybe louder than Jey Uso's win.
Oh, yeah.
To a somewhat, for the pop, like the crowd was having it. And then the post-show after, too, when Dom came out, the crowd was having it. Like, we're all in on Dom now. We've been in on Dom, but I mean, come on, man.
Man. Such a good,
amazing.
The line there of him playing the heel, but everybody just accepting him as the baby face right now was just,
yeah.
I'm excited to see where they're going to move forward with it.
So great. Such a feel good moment. I don't think anybody was mad of Dom winning, really. Like,
the moment when Finn Balor finally fights Dom for the title and Liv turns her back on Dom and sides with Finn to take the title.
It's not going to happen.
It's going to put monster heat on Finn and Liv. It's like, that's what they need to do. That's what they need to do. If wrestling's real, but like,
no, Liv's never going to leave Dom now. They're gonna have a happy breakup, or they're gonna live their life.
Go their mutual ways.
Like, they're gonna go their mutual ways, and they're gonna or they're just gonna get married in Vegas. Pull some
Hey, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know, because the whole thing with Liv and Dom and Finn is like, we thought something was building up this whole time, and nothing happened. She's taken Dom's side. I'm not saying it's not, never say never. You never know. But up to this point, we thought it would have had happened already.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been edging us for about a year now. But I think
there's nothing worse than a tease. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't give Kombat Jones blue balls. So, I think it's eventually going to happen. But
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's stay in the moment here of WrestleMania.
Feel good.
Logan Paul faced AJ Styles. Potential show stealer, I think. Logan Paul came out, caught the drone out of the air. He's all about showmanship.
Right.
It's a little bit too much for me, but I understand what he's doing and why he's doing it. But
right.
Him against AJ Styles put on a great match, as only they could. I don't think anybody could have done this pace with Logan like AJ Styles did. Even at his age, he is so impressive with, like, when I wake up in the morning, it takes me about 3 minutes just to roll out of bed. And AJ Styles can, at his age, which is older than me, can still do everything and do it to a high level. I mean,
right. His endurance is there. He's just, he don't miss a beat. He don't miss a step. And he had showed, Logan love, like, later on about all that too. And and everybody did it at that point. Like, yeah, exactly. Logan's had, a little bit of hiccups here and there with a couple of his promos lately, it seems like. But when it comes time to deliver, like he said, when he's in that ring, he's just as good as anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been in there with the best of the best. Like,
and this whole like leaning on the edge of where AJ Styles should be. Should he be that guy again? 'Cause I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy no more.
I have to look in the mirror.
Yeah,
in the mirror. I have to look in the mirror for that. And the camera was shot very good for the match too, because you had one of Logan Paul's cronies, or whoever the hell it was. I have no idea.
I have no clue who that was.
But it was one of his cronies, allegedly. And then you have the camera slowly pan over, and we have nothing. We see the puppeteer, one of the future greats, it seems now, Karrion Kross, which has had such a great WrestleMania weekend for being in his hometown, and took it. Well, I don't want to say he took it very well, because he cut a few pipe bomb promos along the way and interjected himself throughout the weekend and the week of WrestleMania. But Karrion Kross stopped Logan Paul's crony and tried to hand AJ the brass knuckles. And AJ did the right thing, just like Cody, and look what happened.
Is it the right thing? Because he ended up losing. Exactly. I mentioned to you before, and this doesn't really make sense. The whole concept of brass knuckles with Logan Paul doesn't make sense, since he's got the loaded hand that he just uses anyway. Like, why cheat and use brass knuckles and potentially get disqualified when you can just use that hand? And
which worked anyways. Yeah.
So
great finisher though. Great finisher.
Yeah. But shout out to Karrion Kross being placed in a position to make the most of what he's got right now. And like you said, he's a superstar of the future. He's a superstar of the present.
Yes.
Like, everything that revolves around Karrion Kross to me lately has turned to gold. So it's like,
we even see the throwback thing to him. They're showing now, like he said, he predicted it with Roman losing all of his family when he had went out there and turned the hourglass upside down. Like, he knows what is what. Karrion Kross is on a trajectory right now, and something is going to happen with him. Like, he seems like CM Punk from 2010, 11 to me right now. Like, when he cut the pipe bomb promo, like, he's out there saying everything that's wrong with the company and how he's not getting his shine. And I seen a big Karrion Kross, sign in the crowd. Like, he's out there promoting for himself, and they're letting him do it too at that. So something's cooking up for Karrion Kross. Yeah. So I hope they don't. I hope they don't fumble. I don't know if it's a heel or a babyface thing or in between or what, but I don't care, because he is just on his game right now, and everything he says is great. Like, he's just hilarious, and he just speaks the facts, the truth, and I can't even say enough about it. I love it. I want to buy a T-shirt. Like, I hope everybody else does too, because that's what needs to happen so we can get his push that he deserves. Because I never really cared for him much in NXT. I'm not even gonna lie, I really didn't. But now I love him.
It's great because he's been on his game since he started his career, but people are just starting to recognize it. That's what's so beautiful about all this,
right?
And I can't wait to see. There's a teaser for with him and AJ Styles moving forward on Raw. But man, oh man, whatever they, like you said, whatever they got cooking up for AJ Styles, I am here for. Or for Karrion Kross, I'm sorry, I am here for it. I know what you were here for. WrestleMania Night 2 was the women's tag team title match. We had your girl Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and which I don't think you discriminate. You'll take on Raquel as well, and then versus Lyra Valkyria in a mystery opponent. Wasn't much of a mystery after Bayley got hurt, because I think everybody knew that the man was going to come out.
It was the best guess. If you're in Vegas, you're going to put your money on that. Yeah, that's about.
And I'm going to sidebar here and say that, like, people are saying injustice for Bayley and all this different stuff. She got wrote off WrestleMania and everything else. Mercedes Moné went on Twitter to kind of like put a subliminal message out to Bayley to come to AEW.
Oh, she wants Bayley to join the CEO.
Yeah, and I got to let you guys know.
Don't do it, Bayley.
Bayley's not going to go anywhere.
Don't do it, Pam. Yeah.
Bayley's not going anywhere.
Nah,
this is her spot. This is her place. She knows the value that she has in WWE. She won the WWE Women's title at WrestleMania last year. So, like...
Exactly.
Like, come on now. Anyway.
Yeah. She did. I don't think she was really hurt. It's just for the story, too. I mean, she may have been,
because it was the same thing that happened with Jade Cargill, because everybody's blaming Liv and Raquel, and they said they had nothing to do with it. Was it really Becky Lynch that attacked Bayley backstage? We're going to rinse and repeat this story. I think that's what they're doing. Not that it's a story. Everything's real. But Becky Lynch just took a page out of Naomi's book for this one.
Yeah. Big pop.
Yep. Becky came out, her and Lyra, shout out to Lyra Valkyria, because that's her idol, is Becky Lynch.
Both Irish, too.
Irish.
Yeah. Irish. They're both from the
Irish Idol. Yeah.
Fighting the Irish. Man, yeah, it was a good pop. And, like, the last few years, I haven't been quite into Becky. Like, I loved the whole man gimmick when it first came out, and I was totally bought in. And then after that, with, like, the whole Bianca, I think it was that SummerSlam thing when she just came out and thought she could just get her title shot and then get the title back. I just didn't care for it at all. But I thought Becky came back looking really good. Yeah, I thought she looked good. I thought she looked good in the ring, and so props to her for that. Like, she looks energized now. She looks different than she did when the second comeback.
Yeah, because I feel like the comeback she came back after, and I ain't got no room to say anything about anything, but the comeback after she had her kid and stuff, it seemed like she was like too skinny, and like it seemed like she had lost a lot of weight, but now she looks more like
she looks like she's back jacked, to the old Becky. Yeah, Becky the man, Becky. And
she put on a good match. Lyra Valkyria continued to impress me. Liv and Raquel did what they needed to do.
I mean, come on. Liv puts it down. We gotta give respect where it's due, and you can say what you want. CM Punk was on the record saying he thinks Liv Morgan is for the women's wrestler. She was the MVP for this last year. Carrying it on like the truth. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
You're telling a lie.
Tell me when I'm telling lies. Liv Morgan, baby. She's one of the best. She's one of the best of the last few years, without a doubt. Top tier talent.
I'd say she'd be like top 150 the last few years. I got you.
No. Put on a hell of a show. She knows what to do. She I forget what her outfit was from. It was modeled after something.
Olivia Rodrigo or some shit.
There we go. Olivia Rodrigo.
I have no clue who that even is, but liar. I saw the post.
You liar. I got like 2 songs on my gym playlist, maybe.
Oh, she is a singer? I thought she was like an actress. But
no, she's a singer.
Okay. Singer. I got you. Yeah, that thing looked like it was that was wedged up in the nether realm pretty well.
But decent match, somewhat forgettable, rather than the finish. It was all right though, but and props to Becky and Lyra for getting the win. Lyra looked great, man.
Always does, yeah.
They picked the right person to come up from NXT and to just throw into the fire, without a doubt. Mm-hmm. Like, Lyra deserves to be there. She deserves every second she gets on TV, and that title and the IC title or not IC title? IC
women's
title.
IC title.
Yeah, women's IC title. Yeah, exactly. And
I think she needs a little bit of work on her promos, but in ring she's solid every single time she's in the ring. She does something that kind of pops me a little bit. But Becky and Lyra Valkyria, we got to what everybody wanted to talk about. It was the main event for the undisputed WWE Championship. Yes. The champion Cody Rhodes faced John Cena, who was vying for his 17th World Heavyweight title to make history. Would he do it? Would he not do it? What I'll tell you what he didn't do was he didn't come up with a clever video package to come down to the ring, because the whole stage was blacked out. It just said John Cena in white letters on the ramp. He came out covering his head.
You get nothing.
But
nothing.
So this is like another contradiction I have, is that he said that he wouldn't do any of that. I'm not going to change my video package. I'm not going to change my attire. I'm not going to change my music. You get nothing. But then he changes it. So,
well, I mean, same music.
Yeah, it is what it is.
He's just being like bland, vanilla.
Like he always has
John
been.
Cena.
Going back to wrestling, John Cena.
Yeah.
Comes out to the ring. Cody Rhodes comes out with dirt bikers.
Yeah, I was a little confused.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Wearing his amazing mask. I
guess it's a Vegas thing. The dirt bikers going around the ball, I guess, or the circle, the cage.
But yeah, so this match, I'm just going to say I wasn't a big fan of this match. It was really slow moving. You could tell the ring rust, as it were, for John Cena. Everything took forever. It was just like, it felt like to me like he was half-assing everything. And then my brother texted me and said, well, that's the point. He's supposed to be. I'm like,
that's what I got out of it too. I thought there was ring rust too. Obviously there has to have been, because John Cena hasn't been in what he's been, just the Elimination Chamber and the Royal Rumble.
And Rumble.
That's it. So he's got to have ring rust. But I also understand the point of everything he was doing, because he was doing like the elbows and the knuckle shuffle, and it seemed like he was just doing it so slow and so boring. And like looking back and you think about what he said about you getting nothing and making it boring and ruin wrestling, it makes sense. I understand. So shout out to Dirty Steve. I see where you're coming from. I agree. And I applaud John Cena for staying true to it. And he told us it wasn't a prediction. It was a spoiler. He told us what to expect. You paid money for that main event to go there, and you're mad about it. Well, you already knew. He told you.
But that just seems like a huge slap in the face to everybody that did pay the money. Like, think about it this way. Yeah. The two biggest wrestlers of the past 25 years, Cody Rhodes. I mean, Roman Reigns, obviously, you can throw in there. But Cody Rhodes and John Cena. The two big babyface wrestlers of the last 25 years face off against each other.
Right.
The biggest match, the main event of WrestleMania for the biggest prize in the company. And this is the result we get. And I get it. Honestly, I don't blame either of them. I blame The Rock. No, hold on. I blame Dwayne. It's all Dwayne's. It's Dwayne's fault. Yeah, but
it's all Dwayne's fault. I don't care what anybody said. I don't blame Cody. I don't blame Cena. I blame Dwayne. Cody did what he had to do, what the best he could work with, what John gave him, and John told us what he was going to give us. Dwayne screwed it all up. It's all on Dwayne.
And then the referee took a bump, and everybody's watching up the ramp, seeing what's going to happen.
Here we go.
Nothing happened while the referee was down, and then the referee gets back up, and then we hear music, and I said, okay, we're going to have another cinematic finish like last year.
I knew the music. I knew the music, baby.
So
you got your rent money right here.
So Travis Scott comes down to the ring. He distracts Cody. Woo! Cody hits him with the crossroads. While the referee's distracted with that, John Cena hits Cody with the title. 1, 2, 3. We have the 17-time world champion,
Cactus
John
Jack,
Cena,
baby. Yeah.
But this is the thing. Okay,
the hardcore title
again. You have the two biggest baby faces of the last 25 years. John Cena winning his 17th record-breaking world title, and Travis Scott is the deciding factor of it.
Hey, Travis Scott's big. See, this is the thing the whole time I'm wondering is like, when's Travis Scott going to come out? Because I thought they had almost promised him to like perform as a musical guest. I could have swore that they had said that at some point, but
yeah, I don't know.
I guess I was tripping. But they promised Travis Scott, and Triple H gave him that hardcore title. And they're selling it for a pretty penny. Yep. But I guess what? Like, the writing was on the wall for Travis Scott. You've seen him backstage calling Cody Rhodes a bitch. Said he was going to slap that bitch. And Cody Rhodes got his receipts. But I think Travis Scott and John Cena got the last laugh of the night, obviously. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at Travis Scott because he did what he was supposed to do. Besides that little sissy punch he threw, he threw it kind of at the wrong time when Cody caught it. And he took a bump. And from what I hear, Travis Scott has been training too for wrestling. So
okay,
who knows what's going to happen going forward with that? But like I said, I don't blame it on Travis. I don't blame it on Cody. I don't blame it on Cena. If you're mad, blame it on Dwayne. Dwayne sits higher in the company than Triple H did. And we just seen him with that picture, with that Rubik's Cube. People said he was still, during the main event, he was still trying to figure out that Rubik's Cube sitting there in that New Japan shirt. If The Rock wanted to show up, he would show up. If The Rock wanted to be part of the main event of WrestleMania, he would be part of the main event of WrestleMania. Ain't nobody going to tell The Rock no. You're mad. He wasn't there. It's on him. Nobody else. He could have been there if he wanted to. Am I wrong?
All right. Well, I'm going to blame Dwayne then for Travis Scott coming out and it being a terrible finish to WrestleMania.
He probably just said, "Oh, to have Travis come out because I can't. I don't feel like doing. And it's a good show. It's a good show. Travis will come out. He was there with me at Elimination Chamber, Royal Rumble, or whatever. And have Travis come out. Just have him do it.
Terrible."
But, it plays into the whole John Cena thing, too, and you get nothing. Yeah. And we got Travis Scott. Travis Scott, big superstar, sells a lot. He's been the theme song for WrestleMania this whole year. Yeah.
And shout out to John Cena for winning the 17th world title. I mean, that's a record-breaking thing. I wish it was done in a different fashion. I guess I just didn't get what I wanted. We get nothing. So I guess you're right on that, but I'm still pissed about it. But
yeah, I'd like to see The Rock. I would have liked that, but I think we were spoiled last year from having all the run-ins too, and like I said, and some, okay, so last year and the year leading up to it was kind of like leading to last year, right? And it finished the story, right? And I feel like this year it started the story. I feel like it started something, like it's the beginning. It wasn't the ending. So I think they just went in a whole different direction with it and switched it up a bit. And I'm not mad at it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it and everything. Like, best WrestleMania ever. Best WrestleMania main event ever.
Okay. I put this in the same vein as Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
I don't think it was that bad. I enjoyed this way more than like Brock and Roman or freaking shit like that. Like way better. John Cena did what he had to do. Like I said, if you don't like it, blame it on Dwayne. It's The Rock's fault. He could have been there.
If you don't like it, hit the road, Jack, and don't
hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button.
Yeah, make sure you hit the like button. Then, hit the road.
If whether you liked it or disliked it, hit the like button. Yeah.
So we're gonna get on the road since the road to WrestleMania is over, and since they had Raw just down the street.
Well, hold up. That press conference, John Cena taking all them questions. It's clickbait. How good was that press conference? How good was that press conference? Comedy.
Yeah.
That was the chef's kiss on the end of the night. It was amazing. Like anybody that says anything from me now on, I don't like that comment. No, that's clickbait. You're just looking for a headline. You want a headline? Here. The headline is we're going to move along and. Pretty deadly. Get it, Jesse. Run it up, baby. Run it up. Run it back. Pull up. Yeah. We outside.
Now, real quick, after we just got jiggy with it, who do you think had a better slap, Travis Scott or Will Smith?
Ooh. I don't know. Them pretty even. Yeah, they both did it on the biggest stage of them all. I'll give them that.
That's right.
I'll give them that.
The Rock. Dwayne needs to enlist the help of Will Smith for the next PLE.
Yes.
We are now at Monday Night Raw, which took place also in Las Vegas, Nevada. it kicked off with John Cena coming out to the ring. He was going on about how he had 36 dates, and everybody's just eating this up. He's basically telling you straight up he's going to be a part-time champion, and everybody just thinks it's great. I think it's terrible.
So clever for them to count the days down on the screen.
Yeah, that was really like, nice little touch to it.
Great touch. Yeah.
Those are appearances. Those aren't matches.
Yeah. You get nothing. I don't even have to wrestle.
But on this retirement tour, we have talked about it before. A lot of people have mentioned he's got to face some of his old rivals.
Yes.
Have those legendary rematches.
Good time.
And at the end of this, we got his next challenger, apparently, because one person that wasn't okay with John Cena ruining wrestling was the 3 most deadly letters in WWE, and that's RKO.
Randy Orton, baby. Yeah, John Cena told everybody get their cameras out. It's going to be a special moment. They got to record or take a picture of what he was about to say, which I kind of wanted to hear what it was. So Randy Orton kind of spoiled that for me, but I wouldn't have it any other way because John Cena got that RKO and just laid there. Just like he did for the Crossroads.
They corpsed him. That's
he's doing it on purpose.
He took one Crossroads and was laid out like that, but took multiple ones in the match and kicked out.
Exactly.
Makes no sense at all. But it seems like Randy Orton, because he is on the cover of or the graphic for Backlash. So maybe it's going to be Randy Orton versus John Cena at Backlash, which would lead down the road to what my brother had said about Punk versus Cena at
Money in the Bank in June, which
is
right after that. And I that's what I'm calling. And I think Cena will come out. I mean, I would love if Punk's able to win at Money in the Bank, but I think the John Cena train is going to go to SummerSlam. Personally. At least,
yeah. That gives it a little time for a redemption arc afterwards, but
but I'm here for it though. I don't know when Cody
slap him silly.
Cody can slap him silly. I don't know when Cody's going to come back. We'll see if we'll see him bounce right back on SmackDown or what.
I think he needs a well-deserved few weeks off. I mean, he's been the face of the company for a year, and he's been doing all of these international shows, all these live events, doing everything to be the face of the company for the last year. It's a well-deserved couple weeks off if he takes them off.
If he does, but man, listen, like we it seems like they pulled out everybody for Raw. Like, who do we have left for SmackDown at that point? Do you think
Drew McIntyre, Damien Priest?
But is that gonna that's it? Like
Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah. But without Roman or Seth or Cody, Punk, John Cena.
Yeah, we got that TLC match, the tag match for this Friday. So
yeah.
Should be all right. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think the world champion's going to go over to SmackDown if they're going to try to. But Jey Uso is going to have to hold the fort down while John Cena's being part-time. So.
Okay, which he said, which is.
We had the women's tag title rematch. Raquel and Liv had the rematch for the tag titles against Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. This didn't go the way that the tag champions wanted. Less than a day reign, or about a day reign, for Lyra and Becky. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez pick up the win. They become the 4-time tag champs.
4 times, baby.
Yeah, okay. Let's pad those numbers with one-day reigns.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Liv Morgan, baby, back at it 4 times. Put on a hell of a match, too. Loved it. The suspense was there. Liv Morgan hit Lyra with the Oblivion, and Becky pulled her up and showed her true intentions.
The man is back.
The man is back. The bad man is back. The bad.
And a lot of people are saying that Becky Lynch is going to join Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. And,
okay.
Which makes a lot of sense, I guess, moving forward if you're just going to blur the lines a little bit.
And I wonder who took out Bayley. I'm going for Becky. Makes sense.
Lynch.
Yeah, and it sets up a good rivalry too with Lyra and Becky too. I think Becky could probably bring some good out of Lyra, like you said, in the promos, on the mic maybe too, and help out in that aspect. And then in the ring, like is I'm sure it's going to be magic. So that's a good setup. I like it. I like what they did, and of course I'm happy the titles are back where they need to be. Liv's got the title, Dom's got the title. It's everything is perfect in fantasy land. Yeah.
And then Becky could defeat Lyra for the Intercontinental title. Then her and Bayley could feud for that, because that's an old rivalry reignited. So
yeah.
A lot of good things. A lot of good things going that way. I'm actually really digging the women's division as they're on TV.
Yep.
New Day came out to the ring as the new tag team champions. They were going.
The New Day.
Oh my God, it's so terrible.
You don't like it? I like it.
No, it seems forced. They just seem very forced. I think they really are natural baby faces. But
I like the look. I like what
Kofi went into Darby Allin's closet to get that jacket. And,
yeah, we thought we were getting a match because
the Alpha Academy came out. I thought it was American made at first because their music's similar. So I thought it was American made. Alpha Academy came out. Maxine Dupree.
She was spitting some game on the mic. She was risen up the New Day a little bit to get that title shot for her boys.
Yeah, she was calling Kofi Kingston and mostly Xavier Woods Minutemen.
Man.
Yeah,
so shout out to Pat McAfee, for singing a little Missy Elliott on the mic.
But Maxine must have watched the video with Paige in it, because she knew Xavier was a Minuteman. And
yes.
This setup is supposed to be a tag match, an impromptu tag match, but we didn't get it because we had
Rusev.
Game over. Which doesn't make sense to me, how Rusev's getting involved in the tag division like this and coming out. And
maybe they want him and Otis. They're going to go with him and Otis at first, and that's going to be a thing. Two big dudes going at it. Like, makes sense in that place. But yeah, I mean, they needed a spot for it, I guess, and it is what it is. But good for Rusev. He came back over from AEW. Another guy.
Yep.
Wasn't happy there. I want to see him and Damian Priest.
That's what I was thinking.
That might be some money, huh? That might be some money right there.
Him and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. There's some, But Damian Priest and him, they got a little bit of behind the scenes drama though. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
I remember with Lana.
That's right. And what's crazy is that like the grass isn't greener on the other side, because he went to AEW, wasn't happy there. He split up with Lana. Now they're back together. So
they are back together.
I believe so.
Oh, okay. I might see that. You're right. Okay. Yeah. Also, maybe there's no drama then. But
if not, shout out CJ Perry hit up Combat Jones. So
I'm good. She needs a tan. No.
Okay. No. Iyo Sky came out to say, "I am the best women's WWE champion," and the promo battle of the year here, because Iyo Sky was going on and she got "You Deserve a Chance," and she really does. But then we had Stephanie. Is it Vacker? I've been saying it wrong the whole time.
Stephanie Vacker.
Yeah, but they were saying Vacker on the Vac Air. Stephanie came out to the ring, the NXT Women's Champion.
La Primera.
Stephanie Vacker, and her and Iyo Sky had a promo for the ages. I was so glad to be a part of this. I could tell the intensity. I can tell the emotion.
I want to fight the best of the best.
Oh man, the coherency of this was just off the charts. Yeah. So shout out to those women for really bringing it. But what they did bring it was in the ring.
They did.
Great match. Great match. Hard hitting, fast paced, high spots, technical wrestling, everything kind of all wrapped in one. The only thing I didn't like about this is that it didn't end with a clear cut winner. Because at the end, Roxanne Perez came out, attacked Iyo, which disqualified Stephanie.
Right.
And we also had the return of Giulia, who a lot of people thought was going to be out with an injury.
Giulia. Yeah, Giulia coming back as a heel now, which they had talked about, and that's cool. Good for her, because there's so many baby faces kind of in NXT, and her and Stephanie coming back as coming at the same time. Coming at the same time to NXT was great, but having one turn heel, why the hell not? Makes sense.
Why the hell not?
And Giulia looked good with the darker hair and playing into that role. And they led into it great with Roxanne Perez mentioning that they have a match with her and Stephanie McMahon for the championship. So it makes sense for her to show up and her to get some TV time too. I love Roxanne Perez, and I love all them women. They're just great.
And it's teasing, setting up, it felt like, because Roxanne went and attacked Stephanie and Giulia attacked Iyo. So it's kind of setting up, maybe planting some seeds for Giulia versus Iyo, which I am all here for.
And then we got, this is my brutality.
I sleep dream. Demons in my dreams. So Rhea Ripley, mommy, comes out to make the save, and her and Giulia have that standoff.
And I was happy for Giulia to just roll out the ring like that. I thought she should have maybe flipped her off or something and then rolled out, but she did what she did.
And mommy handed the title to Iyo, but told her, I'm going to be coming for this title. So it showed some respect there while still making it competitive, that she was she's not conceding wanting to be the women's world champion.
Yeah.
Who is the world champion right now?
Woo.
Is the main event Jey Uso, and he was now in their city.
Yes.
To come out yeeting all over the place.
It's not main event Jey Uso anymore. It's HeavyYeet Champion HeavyYeet Champion Jey Uso.
So he comes out to the ring. Sami Zayn came out to the ring. A lot of people thought that Sami was going to attack him, but
I was thinking it for a second, but
there was a little
awkwardy for a couple times. But
after they talked for a little bit and Sami congratulated him in the ring, then they did the yeeting on the ropes. Sami got down and stood behind Jey still on the ropes, and I said, that's the tease right there. Him
there
just
was a couple times they were like, I was like, where? But I don't know if they're going to do that or not. But
plant the seeds.
Plant the seed. Hey, you never know. Yeah. But they just gave the thing was just to give Jey love, and they let everybody yeet all over the place. Everybody was spent. That was not a 1 minute yeet.
No.
Yeeting crowd. That's for sure.
No.
There was
They're not the 60-second
yeet.
eaters.
No, plenty of yeet to go around.
Lots
of oatmeal. Lots of oatmeal and grits were, Yeah.
Big Jim came out and celebrated with them. And then while this was going on, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee were both saying that Jey Uso made Gunther tap out. And they had mentioned it a few times. So after this whole celebration, they went to the back. They came back, and Gunther was at ringside area at the commentator's desk and was frustrated, angry, pissed off. Got in Michael Cole's face. Pat tried standing up for his friend Michael Cole.
You want to talk to me, Michael Cole? You want to talk to me?
You disrespect to me?
You want to talk to me, Michael Cole? You talk about top out. Du hast mich, Michael Cole. Du hast mich Schufrata.
They're German. I think he's Austrian, but I got you. But close. We got shout out Rammstein. So Pat tried to get in the way. He got pie-faced for it. Michael Cole started to get choked out. Pat McAfee gave the flying forearm. Are we setting up a Pat McAfee Gunther match? Oh, man.
Yeah. Good for you, Pat. Stepping in for your boy, Michael Cole. Hell yeah. And then I thought it was over. They got separated, and then Gunther came from behind and completely yoked and choked.
Man.
Took the breath. Passed Pat right out. Almost looked real for a second.
And it was awesome because a lot of people were like, did fans jump the rail? But nope. It wasn't. It was all of Pat McAfee's boys from the show.
Yeah.
Shout out Boston Connor and Ty Schmidt and Foxy. And Darius Butler was even there, and Bone was there. Darius Butler, I would not mess with Darius Butler, man.
They were all there trying to get through. Yeah, and they were the security was really holding them back too. You could tell they was really trying to get to their boy and do the right thing, and they was going to get Gunther. It was coming for Gunther. It was going to be they were going to stomp his ass out.
Yeah, Darius Butler almost broke through the line. He had to.
Yeah. But man, Pat sold it good. Like, oh my God, Michael Cole sold it good. When they brought them backstage, of course, and Michael Cole's like, I'm not going to take this. I can't work under these conditions.
I'm not going to be bullied.
I'm not going to be bullied. And Adam Pearce said, "Oh, good for you. Good for him."
Now, a lot of people are saying, like, why would they do something like this? Now, for me personally, being a not forever optimist, because I'm a pessimist, I guess, but
I'm a realist.
Pat McAfee versus Gunther intrigues me.
Yeah.
Like a match between Pat and Gunther. Obviously, Gunther would have to win it, but...
Well, I mean, it could be at first, but I think Pat could somehow come away with something.
Yeah.
Somehow. I really do.
I'm intrigued by it. That's whatever they're doing with that. If it leads to nothing, okay, whatever. But I think
there's something. It's something.
Well, see, my thing is obviously wrestling's real. But if wrestling wasn't real, I felt like that was a way to kind of get Pat off and his friends off the show and out of the arena.
Yeah.
So they could fly back to Indianapolis in time, because by the time Raw ended and they left the arena, probably would take them forever to get to the airport. So I don't think that's exactly what happened, but if it is what happened, I understand it.
Well, I hope they lead more with the story, because they got it. It was good. The audience was into it too. Like the audience was popping the whole it was good job by Gunther, good job by Michael Cole, good job by Pat McAfee and crew. Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Dom defended the IC title.
Yeah.
Got another pop against Penta.
Yeah.
Was kind of a good back and forth match.
And Finn was backstage looking at that title, and Liv's like, oh, we said as long as we have the titles in the Judgment Day, we're all good, right? You know,
all for
that's
one,
all that matters.
For all.
Yeah.
All for one, win for all. And we had the return of JD McDonough, who threw Penta off the top rope and caused
he got a pop. Yeah.
Hey, listen, you got to at that point.
Yeah.
And that got Dom the upper edge just enough so he could retain his IC title.
Yes.
JD McDonough is back with the boys. He seemed happy to be there. Finn did not seem happy to be there.
Finn seemed a little reluctant when he was standing ringside. And he's seeing Dom won again.
That's right.
But he's gonna have to eat it. You're gonna have to deal with it, Finn, because Dom is that boy, and you say you ain't the champion till you defend that title, and Dom defended the title and won, so he is that undisputed IC Intercontinental Champion. And
all right, shout out
not
Dominik
to be taken
Mysterio.
lightly. Yeah, we love you, Dom. Dirty Dom, baby, dirty Dom. Yeah.
Not shaving my beard, but I'll respect to you.
There we go. I get the mullet. You get the mullet. You can do the mullet.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah. I don't know if I can pull the mullet. The back of my head is a little,
Yeah. Business in the front, bald in the back. I got you. So
at least I got it in the front.
I got it in the front too.
It hangs long in the front. Yeah.
Yeah, mine hangs long in the front too. Not my hair though. But
yeah, word, same.
So the main
cocky,
event,
I'm confident.
not the main event.
So you tell me I'm the best.
Right.
It's a compliment. Yeah.
Ooh.
Jada Kiss.
Seth Rollins with the Wise Man comes out to close out the show, dressed like a banana, and this was just kind of
bananas the wide way.
The long way, you mean?
No. Well.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I got you.
Opposite.
I got you. Yeah. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going on about how he is. Paul Heyman said that he is the future. He is the now.
Right.
The reigning, defending, next big thing.
It's true.
CM Punk comes out, taping his hands up.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
ready for
I love
a fight.
when he comes out taping his hands. Yeah.
Ready for a fight, and they go at it.
Beats down Seth. He stomps Seth down pretty good, and then he goes after Paul. And as soon as he went after Paul, I saw, oh, here comes Seth, and get stomped. And
then we have.
Oh Roman takes his damn time to the ring again.
Yeah.
Lets his music play for about 10, 15 seconds before he decides to run out there. And
he probably gets royalty checks when that music goes off.
He gets stomped down too, but
well,
stop or anything. All right.
So Roman Reigns spears Seth Rollins, then gives the Superman punch to Paul Heyman.
Yeah. I
Ready
was like,
to go.
Snap. Yeah.
He gets ready. He's going to spear Seth Rollins again. But do we get a spear from Roman Reigns, Combat Jones?
No, we don't. We get, the dogs were out. Paul Heyman was called out on it in the Pat McAfee show about being outmanned with Roman and Punk versus just Seth, and that he might have to call on somebody and put somebody on the payroll, and that's exactly what he did. He got the big dog, the real big dog of the WWE now, Bron Breakker. Yeah, and he turned Roman inside out, turned Punk inside out, and they dragged them to the middle of the ring, and they just stood on their head, show who's in charge now, and I'm all here for it. I love it. Bron Breakker finally getting that rub. There's a reason why he lost that IC title, and that's to join Seth Rollins, the visionary, the architect, and Paul Heyman. They're both Paul Heyman guys now too, so that means something too.
Yep,
which is great.
And the reluctant alliance between CM Punk and Roman Reigns is going to continue now because they have a common enemy. Oh,
that's a superpower right there. Like, they're going to finally hit it off at some point. And Roman and Punk together, that's money. That is money. Like, that's two of the biggest right there, man. I love it. Like, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that happening.
Me neither.
But I'm here for it, man. And I would assume for WrestleMania Backlash, that's what we're gonna get, is a tag match between Roman and Punk versus Seth and Bron Breakker.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
And that's really cool what you just brought up about the big dog, because the dog's barking and Roman used to be the big dog. I never kind of drew that conclusion, so it's cool you kind of put that together.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Are they going to drag this out all the way to War Games? I don't think so. I mean, WWE does have a tendency to draw things out, so I wouldn't be surprised if they end up having
for
a
War Games too.
match.
Yeah, and add Cody to it, and add some Cena to it, maybe, or somehow, and Drew, or I don't know who, but yeah, somebody. That's what I'm kind of leaning down towards at this point too, with War Games. Yeah. But, man, it was good what they did with Seth and Roman and Punk and now Bron. And going back to night one of WrestleMania, what a great main event. We covered it in the pre-show, but great entrance by CM Punk, great entrance by Roman, great entrance by Seth. What an incredible main event by all three men. Punk showed nothing but gratitude. He was there smiling, laying in the ring. They gave him his flowers, and man, hats off to them. They were the real main event of WrestleMania. Was CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Like, hats off to them. Amazing. Killed it. I loved it. And, you think I would be a little disappointed because I'm biased because CM Punk didn't win at WrestleMania, but I absolutely loved the match. And I loved the entrance, and it's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good time all around. WrestleMania overall was a pretty big success. What did you all think of WrestleMania? Let us know in the comments. But we are on the road to Backlash now. I guess after we've gone off the road to WrestleMania, I'm excited for SmackDown. We have that TLC match coming up. We have a lot of good things coming in store. And the Ringside Renaissance has a lot of great things coming in store. So hopefully you all stay tuned.
We sure do. Yes. And it was a great WrestleMania. We enjoy everybody that came through to watch our predictions with AJ Galante from the Trashers. Shout out, man. You're welcome on anytime. There's more to come. You already know that for everybody that's a fan of that stuff. And then, of course, shout out to everybody that came and tuned in, joined in on the show for night one and night two of our WrestleMania pre-show live events. It was a great time. Shout out to Tyson, the Raw Smack Talk. SmackDown Talk, Raw, SmackDown Talk.
The Drinking League champs.
Yeah. Shout out to Mikey.
Sam's on wrestling.
Sam's on wrestling. That's our dog.
Mikey. Even NFE stopped in with us night two, which was a really cool. Yeah, it was a really cool
Zone,
surprise. Yes.
Yankees, New York. We got a throwback picture with the Mets and the Yankees fans and the Red Sox fans all getting along and all is well. And shout out to Pamela in California for coming on and living up to them to what she said she would do and delivering on our promise too. So we made all that happen, but we appreciate everybody for watching. Again, you know, we're over 20K now and it feels good. We're nothing but grateful, nothing but gratitude. And, you know, we're just winging it and doing the best we can. And we're having fun. And that's all we asked for when we started this. And it's nothing but love for everybody for watching and tuning in for any little second or minute that you have. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends, do it all. We appreciate all the love. We're looking forward to SmackDown. We're going to review SmackDown and Raw. Next week, we'll be back with that review, and we'll talk all about what happened. Can't wait to see what happens next. It's really awesome. And, yeah. So once again, that's pretty deadly Jesse. Yeah. And I'm Chronic Andrew Kombat Jones. And you've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. Peace.